Have you ever wondered which battles of World War II truly turned the tide? In the tempest of conflict, certain clashes stand above the rest, their outcomes shaping the very course of history. These are the decisive battles, the contests where the stakes were highest and the repercussions far-reaching. The Second World War was riddled with such turning points, battles that carved the path of the war and, by extension, our world today. Join us as we delve into the chronicles of this pivotal era. First, we cast our gaze to the brutal winter of 1942 in Stalingrad. Here, a grueling confrontation unfolded, one that would forever change the course of World War II. The Battle of Stalingrad marked the first major defeat of Hitler's armies on the Eastern Front, an unexpected blow that sent shockwaves through the Axis powers. Stalingrad became a ferocious battleground where every street, building, and ruin was fiercely contested. The city's strategic importance was overshadowed only by its symbolic significance, a testament to Soviet resilience in the face of the Nazi onslaught. The battle drained the Axis powers of their morale and resources, creating a turning point in the war. Hitler's vision of a swift victory was shattered, replaced by the harsh reality of a prolonged and costly conflict. This historic battle was not just a military confrontation, but a clash of ideologies. Stalingrad, a city that would forever symbolize the tenacity and resilience of the Soviet Union. Now, we cross the world to the Pacific Theater, to the pivotal Battle of Midway. This clash of titans, fought between the 4th and 7th of June, 1942, was a decisive blow to Japan's naval might. The Imperial Japanese Navy sought to eliminate the United States as a strategic power in the Pacific, but the tables were dramatically turned. Midway was a coral atoll, barely 6 miles in diameter, but its strategic location made it a linchpin. The US, armed with intelligence breakthroughs, anticipated the attack and turned it into a trap. The result was the loss of 4 Japanese aircraft carriers, a heavy cruiser, and a significant number of aircraft and skilled aviators. This crippled Japan's offensive capability and marked a turning point in the Pacific War. The Battle of Midway was not just a battle, it was a shift in momentum, a turning of the tide that significantly weakened Japan's naval capabilities. Indeed, Midway was the turning point that began to tip the scales in the Pacific. Finally, we journey to the shores of Normandy, to the largest seaborne invasion in history. On the morning of June 6, 1944, an armada of over 5,000 ships carrying more than 150,000 soldiers from 12 different nations set sail towards the fortified coast of Nazi-occupied France. This colossal operation, codenamed Overlord, had been in the works for over 2 years. The meticulous planning, the deceptive tactics, and the sheer audacity of it all was a testament to the Allied forces' determination to establish a Western front against Germany. On the beaches of Normandy, the Allied soldiers faced fierce resistance from the German forces. But they persevered. The beaches of Omaha, Utah, Gold, Juneau, and Sword gradually fell into their hands. This was no small feat, as these beaches were heavily fortified with a network of bunkers, pillboxes, and artillery positions, all part of Hitler's Atlantic Wall. The successful landing at Normandy was a turning point in the war. It opened up a new front against Germany, forcing them to fight on 2 fronts, the Eastern Front with the Soviet Union, and now the Western Front with the Allied forces. This strategic move hastened the end of the war, draining Nazi resources and morale. With the success of D-Day, the end of the Third Reich was in sight. From the frozen streets of Stalingrad to the sandy beaches of Normandy, these battles shaped the course of World War II. The Battle of Stalingrad, a brutal conflict in the heart of the Soviet Union, was a significant turning point, breaking the momentum of the Axis powers. The Battle of Midway, a daring naval clash in the Pacific, marked the beginning of the end for the Japanese Empire. And the Normandy landing, a massive amphibious assault on the beaches of France, set the stage for the eventual liberation of Western Europe. Each of these battles, in their own unique way, altered the trajectory of the war. They displayed the resilience and determination of the Allied forces, turning the tide against the Axis powers and paving the way for their eventual defeat. Through these decisive battles, we glimpsed the complexities and sacrifices of World War II. Indeed, these were the battles that changed the world. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring history.